Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a BI Rabbi. It's been a couple weeks since the last time I gave the Devar Torah for our 5 Minutes of Torah, and that is because my family and I have been traveling around for the beginning of my sabbatical. We've been traveling around Australia, and it's been a wonderful time away so far. We've had an opportunity to see different parts of Australia and meet different types of people. We spent time in a town in the outback called Broken Hill, where we actually went to a synagogue that is now a museum that had its last services over 50 years ago, but now is being maintained beautifully and actually redeveloped in an incredible fashion by the local historical society. And then we went to Mount Gambier, a town in which we spent some 2 nights in a 5,000 acre cow and sheep farm. It was a great experience. And a little over a week ago, we came into Melbourne, a wonderful city. And as we drove in Erev Shabbat, as we drove through Jewish neighborhoods with great Jewish community, day schools and kosher restaurants and bakeries and Jewish day schools, I turned around in the car and said to the kids, "We're home." It was obvious that Melbourne was different. Not only is it a large city, but the vibrancy of the Jewish community really makes it a special place. And I have to say that we immediately felt welcome into not only the city, but the Jewish community. On Shabbat, we went to services at Kilat Nitzan, the conservative synagogue that Rabbi Stein was at for 5 years, and we'll be going there this coming Shabbat as well. And everyone at the synagogue made us feel so incredibly welcome. This coming Shabbat, we read Parshat Vayechi, and this Torah portion begins with the fact that Jacob is about to pass away. And he calls his children to him to bless them. And it's Joseph that he calls first. And he says to Joseph, "I want to let you know that God said to me that I'm going to make you a great nation, and I'm going to bless you and give you an incredible land of Israel. And I'm going to make you a Kilat Amim, a peoples of a community." And the rabbis are a little bit confused by the fact that the word here is in the plural and is actually peoples. And one of the interpretations comes from a 17th century Moroccan rabbi who says that this implies to Yosef, that he's going to have 2 sons. And despite the fact that he's going to have 2 sons, that they will be part of one people. One of the facts that I love about being Jewish is that no matter where we are in the world, whether if it is in Canada, if it's in Israel, or even here in Australia, we are indeed Am Echad. We are one people. It's one of the reasons that I felt so welcome and so at home as we came into the Jewish community of Melbourne. It also is important to remember, considering what happened this past week in Israel. There was a horrible terrorist attack that took place on Israeli soldiers, young Israeli soldiers, who were visiting the Tayalet, one of my favorite places in all of Israel, an overlook in Jerusalem, not far actually from where Rabbi Solomon and Phyllis live. And a terrorist ran over soldiers, killing 4 and injuring others. And I'm reminded once again of the importance of Am Echad, of the importance of the idea that we are one Jewish people, and that no matter what happens to us, wherever we are, if it's in Israel or beyond, we care deeply, and we are saddened, and we are in grief when Jews are killed, and we want to make sure that Jews in Israel and beyond, in Canada and in Australia and in the rest of the world, have the blessing, have the bracha of living in peace. Shabbat Shalom.